Can't wait for the season. Love the show. Give me your most loaded Saturday of the season. And I'm not talking about Jack and Coke. Well, neither are we because neither brand sponsors us. So which Saturdays are the most loaded this year? I remember doing this segment last year. Got me so excited. Here we go. October 8th is your Saturday. October 8th is week 6, just like last year. The first or second Saturday in October, that week 6 window, it was the same last year. It's going to be that way this year too. Here is what we have to look forward to on that Saturday. This is the Saturday that you get what you've all been waiting for in the South, which is Texas A&M at Alabama. And that's a night game, so I'm not going in chronological order. Before that happens, you get Oklahoma versus Texas in Dallas, and that's going to, I guess, be your noon kickoff. It doesn't stop there, friends. There's a big regional game. Tennessee at LSU is that day. Huge game on the West Coast. Utah at USC. That could be for the Pac-12 South. UCLA will have something to say about that. Ohio State is at Michigan State. Spartans desperate to atone for that drubbing last year. You've got Brigham Young and Notre Dame on this day. You've got Clemson at Boston College in a spot that may not stand out to you, but it should if you understand who Clemson plays the 2 or 3 weeks before that and who they play after that. Auburn is at Georgia on this Saturday. It's a loaded, loaded Saturday. Marquee games, Tier 2 games. You got games with conference implications on them and everywhere in between. So October 8th, week 6, that is, I think, the biggest Saturday of the year. Certainly not the only Saturday that matters, though. We take an any given Saturday approach around here. So you don't have to wait until week 6. Let me draw your attention to week 2. I know all of you are busy looking at week 1. We all have week 1 memorized. Look at week 2. Talk about an out-of-conference special here. Oklahoma at Nebraska. And this is it's week 3 for Nebraska, I guess. You know what? This is week 3, isn't it, Jesse? I think I accidentally wrote week 2. September 17th is week 3. Okay, so this is the right date. It's just the wrong week. Week 3, Oklahoma at Nebraska. Penn State at Auburn. These are all out-of-conference games, but they're all in a home venue. No neutral sites here. Brigham Young at Oregon. Notice how much Brigham Young popping up on this. Michigan State at Washington. Miami at Texas A&M. And then we've got a couple of games down here. UGA at South Carolina. That's a conference game. Texas Tech at NC State is not a bad game there either. I don't think that's exactly going to turn into an annual classic rivalry, but we've got a lot of out-of-conference true road games that day, and that's in week 2 or week 3. Keep saying week 2 because I accidentally wrote week 2. I got one more for you, though. Let's go deeper into October. October 29th, week 9. You got some heavy hitters here. Ohio State at Penn State. They've already confirmed it as big noon kickoff, much to the chagrin of 99.9% of the population. You're looking at the 0.01% here. Georgia versus Florida in Jacksonville is this day. Ole Miss is at Texas A&M. Michigan State at Michigan. Pitt at North Carolina. Those are a couple of the teams right below Clemson as the favorites to win the ACC. Oklahoma is at Iowa State. Dangerous road spot there. Kentucky at Tennessee, right beneath Georgia. You're talking about the hierarchy of the SEC East. Arkansas at Auburn, ditto in the West. Those are a lot of conference games, a lot more conference flavor there. But those 3 Saturdays, week 2 or week 3, week 6, week 9, they're all divisible by 3. That's what I know. About every 3 weeks, you got a monster slate of games, and then, in between, you've got pretty good slates of games. So it's going to be a loaded 2022. I've got one more thing to talk to you about here, and so I guess I'll save what I was about to say for the end of this segment. But that's a look. To wrap that up, that's a look at some of the most loaded Saturdays this year.